Frankie Abbruzzino with The Scoop. Okay, this individual on my screen is in a little bit of trouble. Her name is Megan Grimes, and I believe I saw where she was an employee. But what happened basically is somebody said, "Why aren't you? Isn't the news or you reporting on what happened at the water plant in Venice?" I said, "Well, I have no idea what happened there. Tell me." And this was in my group, and I forgot about it. So somebody at the gym said, "Hey, Frank, you gonna cover it?" So I went and looked, and somebody had the probable cause on there, but it's so tiny, it's like a picture, and you can't really read it. So I said, okay, let me put something out. And basically, this happened at the Marbury Carlton water treatment plant out there. And Megan Grimes, who you see on the video, is in some trouble because she decided it was a great idea to drive her truck through the gates. There was two gates there. She said, "Hey, let me drive through them." Makes sense to her, not sure why. There's several victims on the scene who stated they saw this black truck flying down the road that led to the water plant, and then it crashed into a light pole there. Megan got out of the vehicle and started running, stripping her clothes off. And there were victims. They walked out. They see what was going on. They said that she started touching and hitting two people, Gregory and Ronaldo, whoever they are, and then victims. And then Megan decided to grab a fire extinguisher, take it from the building. I'm sorry, and pointed it at the victims and threatened them. She then ran into the generator room while saying she was going to start a fire. Okay, so then someone named Michael followed her into the room, saw her start hitting the system off button, which turned off the water treatment plant. And then he said he went ahead and grabbed her before she could push more buttons. Michael got her, she hit Michael in the face, but was able to get her out of the area. Finally, the cops came. They said that they read her Miranda rights, and she was uttering something like, "Dude, where's my car? I crashed it into the water plant. Ha ha." Apparently, they have video recordings of this, so she faces several charges. If you go, I'm going to put this video on my Instagram and Facebook. If you go on the link I normally provide, it's to my website, and there I will put the probable cause that you can actually read, and I will put the charges that she's facing with the police department. So a bit of hot water, not sure why. I thought someone told me that she was a disgruntled former employee. But one thing you got to think about here, and I was just watching something about China is hacking all of our water plants, our electrical grid, and everything to find vulnerabilities. And someone mentioned that when they invade Taiwan, they can utilize this to disorient America. And so you have this activity all the time, and you would think, or you would want these water grid facilities to be more protected so that an individual can't just drive their vehicle in, smash the gate, and then push the shutoff button. Now, what if this was a well-organized group of men and women, 10 of them, let's say, and they got in there with guns? What would they have been able to do before these guys went in and caused some serious problems? So perhaps hardening the facility a little bit more is necessary, but then that requires money, and we all know the rest of the story. But that's the scoop on this one, and that's it. This has been Frankie with The Scoop.